Hello students, here we will be starting with a new chapter, that is chapter number 3, trigonometric functions. So as of now in class 10th you are already familiar with trigonometric ratios, and further you also know some of the trigonometric identities. Now in this chapter we will be learning about measures of the angle which are both positive as well as negative. Remember, as of now you already know what are positive angles. Now here let us first start with an example. So consider a ray here named as OA. So what we are doing is, this will be your initial ray. Now if we rotate this ray in anti-clockwise direction, remember the term anti-clockwise. Anti-clockwise means, suppose this is your ray, so when you rotate this ray in this direction, means this way from here to here, so this is your anti-clockwise direction. So we are rotating this ray OA at somewhere till here. So what you get, an angle is formed here which is in anti-clockwise direction. So the angle which we have formed here is a positive angle. So always you have to remember that for any anti-clockwise rotation of any ray gives you a positive angle. Now let us talk about a negative angle. So again consider one more ray here, name this ray as OB. Now for negative angles, again this is your ray starting from here. Now if you rotate this ray in clockwise direction, so if you rotate this ray in this way, so if I rotate this ray downwards, that is in clockwise direction, so we get an angle here which is in negative angle. So this is your negative angle. So in both of this you can observe here that O will be our vertex, the vertex O from which you are rotating this ray either in clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction. So these are the two terms which you have to remember in this chapter whenever we are talking about some angles. Now let me explain you some of the angles. Suppose this is your ray here starting from this point, and you are rotating this in this way anti-clockwise direction and reach the same point from where you have rotated the ray. So as you can see, this arrow is indicating that we are rotating this angle anti-clockwise. So this is your total of 360 degree angle, and it is a positive angle. Why? Because we are rotating this in anti-clockwise direction. Now let us take one more ray here. Now what we have done is, we have rotated this ray in clockwise direction till here. So from here we have rotated this ray in clockwise direction. So again let us say this is an angle of 40 degree, so this angle will be minus 40 degree. So this is also the sign convention which you have to remember. For positive angles we use plus, and for negative angles we use minus. Now basically these were the terms which you were already familiar of, those were degrees. But in this chapter we will be talking most of the angles in terms of radians. Now how can we convert degree into radians? So for that we have one relationship, that is, we know that 1 degree is equals to pi upon 180 radians. Therefore you have calculated some of the angles earlier. Those were 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree and 90 degree. But in this chapter, instead of saying degrees, we will be using the term radians. So you know that 1 degree is equals to pi by 180 degree, then by using the unitary method you can calculate for 30 degree. So we know that for 1 degree we have pi upon 180 degree. Then for 30 degree, what we'll be having in terms of radians. So what you have to do is cross multiply this. So you have x is equals to pi upon 180 into 30. Here you have 3 ones are and 3 6 are. So you have x is equals to pi by 6. So for 30 degree we can write pi by 6. In the same way for 45 degree you can write pi by 4. In the same way for 60 degree we have pi by 3, and for 90 degree we have pi by 2. You can calculate all of this by using this method, that is unitary method. Thank you for watching this video.